Hello everyone and welcome to Africa's Craziest, where we bring to you the good, the bad, and the outrageous insights about Africa. In today's video, we are looking at the top 10 most developed cities in Africa 2023. Before we get started, kindly click on the subscription button and notification bell to be notified each time we put up a new video. Also remember to like, comment, and share if you find the video interesting. All it takes to understand how far Africa has progressed since the days of colonization is to look at its most developed cities in Africa. The media's stereotyped coverage shows Africa as an underdeveloped continent full of huts and caves. However, this video is intended to highlight the beauty of some of the many lovely cities in Africa. From the stunning skylines in Abidjan to the tranquil suburbs in Dar es Salaam, the scenery in Nairobi to the bustling streets in Lagos, they serve as financial, fashion, commercial, and educational hubs. These are global centers of activity where people from all over the world come to discuss ideas, trade goods and services, and engage in leisure activities. These cities have many residences, offices, shopping centers, parks, zoos, theaters, stadiums, and other amenities that give the city life. They consequently and effortlessly attract tourists from different cultures, some of whom are at home in Africa as they are in their nations. Let's now check out these wonderful cities, how they look and what they have to offer. At position number 10 we have Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town has been recognized as one of the top destinations to visit anywhere in the world. The city has a rich European heritage and was built by colonial rulers. Cape Town's infrastructure is well developed and unrivaled in Africa, and it ranks among the best anywhere in the world. Cape Town is undoubtedly one of the most developed cities in Africa. At the 9th spot is Abuja, Nigeria. Abuja is among the cities that are most developed within Western Africa. The city is also the capital city of Nigeria, which is, in fact, the largest country of blacks in Africa. In addition to its beauty and growth, Abuja is among the most prosperous cities in Africa. This selection is not based on GDP, but rather on the amount generated in terms of revenue, making it one of the most developed cities in Africa. On the 8th spot we have Johannesburg, South Africa. Johannesburg isn't one of the biggest cities in South Africa, and it has a smaller population than Cape Town with a population of around 1 million residents. Johannesburg is one of the most desirable and popular destinations in South Africa. Johannesburg is a flourishing city that has beautiful sights like the City Deep, which is the largest dry port in the world, and Johannesburg's Apartheid Museum. Johannesburg is one of the best and most prestigious travel destinations in South Africa. Given that Johannesburg is the wealthiest city in Africa, it should be no surprise that it is also one of the most developed. The city was established during the Witwatersrand Gold Rush of 1886. Wealthy gold prospectors transformed the area into one of Africa's best and wealthiest cities. The Carlton Center office tower is perched atop one of the skyscrapers in the city center. Other significant landmarks in the city include Nelson Mandela Square, the Johannesburg Art Gallery, and the Monte Casino, which attract gamblers worldwide. 7. Gaborone, Botswana. Gaborone is an amazing, mind-blowing, and stunning region of southern Africa with a dynamic infrastructure, a stable political system, as well as an incredibly rich culture. It is also one of the biggest diamond-producing countries around the globe. The city is renowned as one of the most developed cities in Africa. A single trip to Gaborone and you're addicted for the rest of your eternity. If you are thinking of going, ensure you're prepared for a permanent move to the city, because you won't ever be able to leave without a struggle. Also, on the positive side, there aren't diamonds in the dirt. Southern Africa's Gaborone is a spectacular, mind-blowing, and gorgeous region with a dynamic infrastructure, stable politics, and a thriving culture. Gaborone, the capital of Botswana, has a development that is unmatched on the continent. Gaborone is both an economic hub and a tourism hotspot and is the key to its quick development. Not to mention that Gaborone is one of the world's major diamond-producing countries. 6. Tunis, Tunisia. Tunis, with more than 2.6 million residents, is perhaps one of the largest and most organized cities in northern Africa. The prosperity and growth of the Tunisian economy over the last few years are evident in the rapid growth of the city's outer areas. Reports indicate that the social problems of the country are triggered by rapid modernization in Tunisia. Modernization led to the growth of Tunis into one of the best modern cities in Africa and also an attractive tourist destination, which has made the city among the top frequented cities in North Africa. With over 2,600,000 residents, Tunis has consistently been one of the most developed cities in Africa. The capital of Tunisia is a major hub for history, culture, trade, and tourism. This significant port city is one of the most popular tourist destinations in North Africa. Skyscrapers, massive buildings, and ancient structures that showcase traditional North African architecture make up the skyline. 5. Nairobi, Kenya. Nairobi is among the well-known cities in Africa financially as well as politically. It's home to thousands of local enterprises. Similarly, the city is one of the top destinations for tourists from all over the world. Nairobi hosts international organizations such as the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP. The Kenyan city is home to the principal central headquarters of the UN in Africa and the Middle East. Nairobi can be described as a city that offers a blend of culture and business. Nairobi is one of the most developed cities in Africa. Politically and economically, Nairobi is one of Africa's most significant cities. Many local businesses call it home, and it consistently ranks as one of the top tourist cities in the world. It also serves as the home to many international organizations, including the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP, and the United Nations Office at Nairobi, which serves as the UN's main regional coordination office for Africa and the Middle East. Nairobi is a city where commerce and culture coexist. 4. Lagos, Nigeria. Lagos was considered to be the capital city of Nigeria up to December 12, 1991, at which point Abuja was declared as the brand newly created Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. Lagos is regarded as the largest city in Africa and Nigeria as well as the economic capital in West Africa. Lagos has numerous firms and is one of the most populated cities in the world. It is divided into mainland and island and is home to some of the best and busiest locations such as Lekki, Victoria Island, Broad Street, Ojuelegba, and several others. The city is often described as the city that never sleeps due to the popularity of its many nightlife attractions. Lagos takes great pleasure in being the most populous city in Africa and the economic center of West Africa. Lagos is one of the busiest cities on the continent and is home to many enterprises. The two main areas of the city, the mainland and the island, are home to some of the best and busiest areas in the world, including Lekki, Victoria Island, Broad Street, Ojuelegba, and many others. Because of the attractions of Lagos nightlife, the city is referred to as the city that never sleeps. 3. Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The impressive infrastructure and buildings in Addis Ababa complement the city due to its status as the capital and the largest city of Ethiopia. It is a place where you can meet amazing people, with numerous activities to keep you engaged, such as the National Museum of Ethiopia, Mount Entoto, Lion Park, and many more. Addis Ababa is renowned as one of the most developed cities in Africa and the home of the African Union. It is also called the capital of politics in Africa because of its diplomatic, historical, and political importance to the continent. Ethiopia is one of the most historically significant nations on the continent. It is an old, culturally rich nation. Addis Ababa's infrastructure and towering buildings complement the city's role as the most developed city. Addis Ababa is home to the African Union headquarters. Because of its historical, diplomatic, and political importance to the continent, the city is known as the political capital of Africa. 2. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Dar es Salaam is not only a city located in Tanzania, but it is also one which truly represents the significance of its name, abode of peace, because it is regarded as the most tranquil town in Africa. In addition to being peaceful, thriving, and well-developed, it also happens to be the former capital city of Tanzania before being relocated to Dodoma in 1996. Dar es Salaam is also the biggest city in Tanzania with shoppers in the Kariakoo market, which is among the biggest and most crowded markets in East Africa. If you are a first-timer seeking places to visit or activities to enjoy around the city, Bangweyo Island, Mbudya Island, National Museum of Tanzania, Askari Monument, and Coco Beach are great places to begin. Tanzania's capital is also one of the most developed cities, which will probably surprise many people. Dar es Salaam, however, has experienced significant growth over the past few years, culminating in its emergence as one of Africa's most impressive cities. Beautiful Dar es Salaam is situated around a body of water. One of the unique port towns where one can exit a skyscraper and then take a boat to another area of the city to attend a conference in another skyscraper is this one. Large hotels and stunning commercial structures line the city's main thoroughfare. The city's transportation system is efficient. You can take a bus, taxi, or travel by boat. Our number one position goes to Abidjan, Ivory Coast. Abidjan is the capital city of Ivory Coast. Furthermore, it is the main point of interest for investment in trade within the country. Despite the civil wars that have been fought throughout the country, it is the most developed city in Africa, with stunning landscapes and tourist destinations. It is the biggest exporter and producer of cocoa. It's also fourth among the world's top exporters of general goods, following South Africa, Nigeria, and Angola. Abidjan through time has also remained at the top of the list of most beautiful and well-developed cities in Africa due to its infrastructure. Ivory Coast's capital, Abidjan, is a hub for international trade and investment. Abidjan ranks as one of the most developed cities in Africa because of its beautiful skylines and tourist attractions. One of the most significant French-speaking cities in Africa is Abidjan, which was once a major trading center for the continent. The main core of Abidjan is a convergence of skyscrapers. The waterways that ascend to the port face the city's center. The port, which is of considerable significance, transports goods and services to Abidjan worldwide. Undoubtedly, there are several beautiful and well-developed cities across Africa. It is essential to know that a city must be able to pass a series of tests before it can be categorized as the most beautiful or most developed. Therefore, this list has been curated and up to date with the most relevant information. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and why not share it with your network. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video on some of the craziest things about Africa.